Commander Cody has been sent back to the battlefield of the Second Battle of Geonosis after recovering from his wounds. His clone Arf Troopers have gone and converted the battle droid known as Tyrone after capturing him. They are now utilizing him as their own in order to plot the map of the droid factory. But it will be a death tunnel maze. General Grievous is already inside, with free-roaming droids joining him as well as stationary droids around every corner. This will be one of the deadliest assaults of the Second Battle of Geonosis, with 1,000 clone troopers going up against 200 droids on the interior. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Engaging with the video really helps me out in the algorithm. Either way guys, let's get right on into this thing. What's up gamers, I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then boys, let's go ahead and press start and get right on into this thing. The Arf Troopers of Geonosis begin to push forward as a slew of fire begins to hit them. The droids have this choke point figured out, and I expect heavy clone trooper losses at the very beginning of this battle and throughout the entire thing, because this is truly a death maze. General Grievous is coming out to play right off the bat. Kind of rare for him to make such a devastating push right off the bat. But hey, you know what? I approve of his gusto. I'm glad to see him out here. He gets a quick clone trooper kill and hopefully gets a few more. Usually his cowardice kind of prevents him from doing this, but he's doing it right now. It's actually causing some distraction, so the droids in the back are able to get more kills with less fire coming in at them. So I'm not too mad about that. That's actually kind of working for them. But either way, this is only one entrance point to the maze of the droid factory. As you can see, this is pretty brutal and the main defense point for the droids, but because Commander Cody reprogrammed Tyrone, they know that there is a secondary entrance point over this way, a side tunnel if you will, with much less droid defenses, but at the same time there are still some, and definitely capable of wiping out a large portion of the clone trooper army. And so we can see a few clone troopers moving in this way and getting cut down pretty quickly. Again, you know, a smaller entrance point, but less clones are going to be assaulting it. Definitely enough to take it over, and then it sort of reconnects with the maze through here. So like, here's like the little droid factory command post area, and then you kind of move through here. There's more droids, and then it connects to the main entrance point over here, where it looks like General Grievous has now retreated back towards his E-web turrets over this way. I don't really blame him. He was taking a lot of fire, and the clones are kind of getting through right now, so a little bit devastating. But then, yeah, the droid maze continues on this way, and there is the final command post way up there where perhaps Grievous will end up retreating back to at the end of this thing in totality. Alright, let's zoom in here. Hopefully this lag does subside. There's quite a number of entities on the battlefield, all firing out at once, so it's no big surprise that we are getting some lag here, but these clone troopers will end up dying out, and we'll get some less lag later on. The droids are doing a decent job of defending this choke point. I mean, they've probably gotten like 40 or 50 clone trooper kills already, if not more. However, the just sheer amount of clones coming through here is causing the droids to take losses, and they're probably going to need to retreat back. At least the free-roaming ones back here hopefully push backwards to survive longer in this battle. But if they don't, it is what it is. It's not too big of a deal. We do have more free-roaming droids like way in the back, up in the command post zone. Yeah, up here, these guys are free roaming, so maybe they'll do something. And there's also some free roaming droids on the side entrance area over this way, which right now is slowly getting taken over by clone troopers, albeit very, very rough fighting for the clones. So you know, if they can't break through this area with a significant force left alive, I would say it was a moot assault anyway. Kind of pointless, because the whole point of these guys is to come in the flank and support the main clone trooper force at the main doors. And so right now, this little death tunnel area is the grave of many, many clones, and it is not slowing down just yet. Plenty more droids over here. Again, more free roaming droids too, so they can always back it up to the next defense point if they need to. But for right now, a real rough battle for the clone troopers on both fronts. Let's go back to the main front over this way, where General Grievous has perished. Yeah, he is down for the count. He's not even unconscious. He's just dead. For some reason, again, in this mod, lightsaber wielding units don't die normally. They end up just sort of standing still like that, but he is dead. He won't be doing any more fighting for the Battle Droid army. Either way, new choke points open up where old choke points leave off. That is sort of the case with these death tunnel mazes anyway. And so the clones are now peeping through the next choke point area and getting slammed by new E-web fire, new battle droid positions, the whole shebang. So even more losses will begin to mount over here, and it will be even more brutal. Absolutely devastating. Either way, guys, just wanted to make sure I wished everyone a happy Easter. To those of you who celebrate, those of you who don't, happy Sunday. But yeah, just wanted to toss that out there. More clones pushing through the front door area here. The droids are getting a little bit suppressed, which is definitely a good thing for the clones. That will help them significantly. And Commander Cody was out here. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's laying on the ground back this way. And then there's Tyrone, the droid. I mean, look at all the clones we've still got left. We've got hundreds of clone troopers left alive from the starting 1,000. So even though it looks like a ton of clone troopers are dying and all is lost, there's still, you know, 10 times this amount of clones just a little farther back there. So they'll be okay for now. And then over this way, okay, this entrance point is slowly but surely being overtaken. Good. So these clones are actually bursting through this place over here. This could get into some diabolical grenade warfare. Whoever starts throwing grenades first is going to get a lot of kills over here. And I hope they do throw some grenades and they don't all just sort of run through, because that would just be so unbelievably stupid. But clone losses are getting pretty crazy out here, man. Actually, let's go ahead and check them out. So yellow should be dead droids, red are dead clones. That's a lot of dead clones over here. That is a lot of dead clones for such a small little assault. And then over this way, yeah, clone troopers taking an absolute beating. Droids have taken some losses, but nowhere near the amount the clone troopers have taken up until this point. This is right now, even if the clones win, definitely a Pyrrhic victory for them. This little blockade of droids over here is a mix of standard droids and free roaming droids, so pretty dynamic little force right there. Could end up getting quite a number of kills. They do kill the E-web turret. That's a pretty big kill, because these things can get a lot of kills. This one had 26. This one over here had 5, not nearly as many, and this one had 9, so not too bad. That's what, 26 plus 9 is 35 plus 5, so 40 kills across all of them. That's not too bad, actually, for 3 units, essentially, getting 40 kills. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. But we do need the rest of the droids to definitely get a lot more kills than that, because there's still a lot of clones coming forward, and now they're kind of getting to these barricades here and able to fire out a little bit better. All right, checking back up this way. These droids still managing to hold back these clone troopers, but they're swinging wide over this way, which means that there's going to be 2 fire points the clone troopers can fire from, front and back, so that's going to be helpful, and they are getting some kills due to that already. Why don't we go ahead and bump it up a speed if we can. Might be too laggy. Oh, definitely too laggy. Whoa, too many people on the battlefield for that right now. We could definitely bump it up a speed later, but for now, this is a very ambitious battle. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of entities on the battlefield, so it will take a bit. And are these guys down here firing? What are you firing at? What? Is there like a clone in this wall or something? They're firing up here. That's so strange. Okay, I don't know what they're getting at there, but maybe they know something I don't, and that's just like the pro Giga Chad move. I don't know. All right, moving back this way. Oh, look, there are some rock climbing clones up that way, which is kind of funny. These guys still suppressed in this entranceway over here, so that has not changed as of yet. Commander Cody is going to be bursting in on the scene over here. That might just be to his detriment. He might die. Tyrone's up here. and still plenty of clones back there. So I'm not too worried by this yet. Yeah, Cody is in the thick of things here. Cody is not a clone trooper commander who is going to stand behind while his men die. He's going to get out there and help him out. I always appreciate Cody for that. Cody is my favorite clone trooper, so, you know, just fun fact there for ya. How about that? How about them apples? Oh, but these clones are definitely going to die. I don't think Cody's going to make it, man. And there he goes. Cody goes down again. He was healed up with some Bacta, only to be taken out yet again. So, not a fantastic thing for him. I think the best case scenario, actually, is going to be this area being liberated by the clones. And yeah, they killed the rest of these guys. Now they just need to go down here, take these droids out. If they do that, then they can side sweep these guys and come in the flanks, which I think would be best case scenario by far. I think that would be extremely helpful. Why don't we go ahead and do a small little time lapse here of this entranceway and just sort of see what happens. Okay, about 2 minutes later, we have a brief little push through from the clones. They're actually getting somewhere over here, even though it doesn't really look like it. These droids have taken some serious losses, and the rest are kind of suppressed, besides these guys back here. So the clones are actually kind of making something happen for themselves over here. That is not too shabby. And if they can kill these droids over here, which they are starting to, they'll be able to break through and come through this way. How are these clones doing up this way? Okay, so they're trying to come through. This should be an easier assault for them. These droids are actually distracted because they hear the fire coming from the other side of the wall, and the AI, being the AI, looks that way. So, yeah, actually, I think we could go into normal speed now, maybe. Maybe just semi-normal speed would be good. Yeah, I think semi-normal speed we can do. We're at like 20 FPS, which is pretty watchable. That's pretty good. All right, and so now they see these clones sneaking up on them and start to blast them. The clones are getting massacred yet again. Honestly, though, 1 or 2 grenades down these stairs, and the clones are home free. I don't think this will be the hardest choke point or anything like that. And even with blaster fire, they're starting to get some kills. But the droids are the ones grenading the clones and getting many more kills of the clones than the droids are losing themselves. So the droids kind of take a small little W right there. Again, I don't think this will be a hard stop point for the clones. I think the manpower they've got up here and just the positioning, they'll be able to blast through this. But then they got to blast through this. And so bit by bit, these clones are kind of taking too many losses in too many areas to proceed forward for too much longer. All right, these guys over here still pushing through. We still got a heavy stack of clones over this way. And I wouldn't say, okay, these guys are definitely stuck up here, so we'll bring them down. But I'm not going to use the anti-derp rule yet on these guys down here because they will adjust and push forward through here eventually. And as long as we have a very steady stream of clones going through here in general, I'm not too worried about some guys being left behind because not all of them have to come through at once. This blockade of droids over here ends up going down. Now it's these guys' turns to get some clone kills, and they've already started to get a few. Doesn't seem like the most solid choke point, though. I think these guys back here will put up a better fight once the clones really start rounding this corner. Not to mention, we've still got a couple droids over here fighting the clones, which is not too bad. They're a little distracted by some of the mountain climbing clones up that way. What can you do? The clones, they find a way, man. They get some ingenuity going. So these 2 droids over here will likely distract... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Well, maybe these droids way back here will distract them. I don't know. Oh, there's more mountain climbing clones. What the heck? All right, these guys over here did end up dying. There's still 2 left alive over here. And a lot of dead clones, man. Holy smokes. Okay. Wow. Oh, and it looks like these droids are starting to open up fully over here as clones do fully round the corner right now. So at the moment, droids still have choke points they can easily hold. Easily. I don't think the droids are at too much of a threat level just yet. Not to mention, then they've got these guys back here. Then they've got a few mountain climbing droids of themselves. The free roaming droids that were up here have now moved down, but the command station area is still a viable option for defense as well. So let's go ahead and do another time lapse like right here because I think it'll be cool to watch the droids firing out at the clones coming through this choke point. Alright, that was about 3 minutes right there, and the clone troopers are doing some bigger pushes out and getting more fire, so I don't know if this little choke point is going to hold for much longer, but definitely did a pretty good job of whittling away a few hundred more clones. These guys over here dealing with mountain climbing clones above, dealing with clones firing at them from over there, and clones slowly starting to attack from over here, though this force of clones is significantly weaker. We'll bring some of the stragglers forward over this way. And then over here, I'll do the anti-derp rule that the channel has in place and bring a few of these clone troopers forward here, just because they're really not supposed to be over there. And now that we're dwindling in terms of the total number of clones actually in the places they're supposed to be, I'd better start the anti-derp rule. So we'll start bringing these guys to the places they're meant to be, okay? Sound good? Sound good. Alright. It's not going to anti-derp all of them here. There's still going to be a number of stragglers, but hopefully that gets them going a little bit more there. And it looks like these guys did kill the rest of these droids with less losses, which is good. There are still plenty of droids over this way, and it looks like now the clones are going to fixate on backtracking over here and taking out the last of these droids. There's really just one stack here and then one droid over here, so it's not too big of a deal for them. Let's go into fast motion here for just a second and see this droid die, and then the other like 5 droids over there die. I think the droids still stand a really solid chance of winning this thing. I mean, around every corner the clones have had to fight tooth and nail, so you know, the droids are probably going to still be able to get some kills. This guy's definitely probably gonna die pretty quick. I don't think he's much longer for this world. There he goes. But then these 5 over here hopefully get some kills. I mean, they've already gotten a few, but it's also tough because they're getting pincer movemented now. Movement did die, so it's tough. And no assaults going on over this way, so it's really just these 5 vibing. These clones have to go through them to attack, but there's not. Actually, there's only like 10, maybe 15 clones over here. Oh, shoot. And then these guys over here. They don't have to go through these guys, but I think they want to go rescue their fellow comrades on the other side of the battlefield. Right now, they're derping pretty hard, but they might be able to figure it out. Oh! Another clone bursts through and actually gets 2 kills by surprise because the droids were looking the other way. That's not too bad. Hey, what a smart clone. I mean, he's dead now. And I'm pretty sure Tyrone's probably dead at this point as well. Another clone bursting through over this way. Getting some action in. Hopefully some more follow suit. He's dead now, though. I mean, at least these droids are getting a few kills, you know? They're not completely useless. They're not just, like, laying in the back doing nothing. They're actually in this thing. Oh, and some free-roaming droids have reclaimed some territory over here. Interesting. If I were them, I'd backpedal and just head back and solidify your back defenses, but I mean, I guess if they get a couple kills, it's not too bad. All right, one last droid, and there we go. The clones have now cleared this area, and now they do have to reclaim some territory over here, but nothing too major. There's more mountain climbing clones. What are they doing? I mean, hey, it's a solid strat, man. It's a solid strat. I guess I'll give it to them. That's not too bad. And pretty soon we'll have this choke point in full force with clone troopers coming through. And here they come. They're starting to move. Free roaming droids over here really made a mistake. They're going to die. They're just going to die real quick, I bet. But then the guys further back here, I'm thinking we'll put up a decent fight for the droids. At least you have to hope they do, for the droids' sake, or else they're out of this thing, man. They're straight up out of this thing. The last of these free-roaming droids who went way too far forward are dying out. So they will be no longer with us in this battle. But then that choke point back there is still going to be kicking it for a little bit. And for the droids, if you're rooting for them, you gotta hope that they get some more kills. Still plenty of clones back here, though. And not really any clones died over here. Yoits! Oh, wait. We got more mountain climbing clones up, or droids up here. I kinda forgot about them. Just straight derping. Just straight being derps. But hey, I mean, if the clones get to mountain climb, so do the droids, baby. So do the droids. Of course, that's a DC-15X sniper, and the droids are missing a lot of shots, but they kill him. All right, not too bad. Not too bad at all. What's really going to be curious is over here, but let's have to wait and see. Alright, well, why don't we go ahead and do another little time lapse here. Okay, well, it's been like 5 minutes, and the clones aren't really attacking anymore. So we're gonna shove them into the attack zone. And then, hopefully, they actually go and make some moves and stuff like that. Get off of the rafters, guys. Come on. Like, seriously. Let's get to attacking these droids, you know, kind of like you're supposed to. That would be good. And droids, you should probably defend. There you go. There you go. All right, droids defending. Clones, get off of the rafters. This is like a really annoying glitch now. It started as a funny little thing, and now it's really obnoxious. All right, get over there. Just gonna yeet them in the direction they're actually supposed to go. There you go. All right. I'm not throwing them into the choke point, but I'm throwing them near it so they actually do engage with it a little bit. A few clones are getting some pretty decent kills here, but overall, I mean, the droid's definitely getting more kills. Stop getting suppressed. Don't get suppressed, guys. If you get suppressed, this choke point fails. Oh, yeah, the suppression is real. Clones are getting really nice kills and suppressing the droids in the back, which is obviously not what you want to do here. Yeah, that's a yikes. Alright, well, these droids failed, but we still do have the topmost droids up here, along with some right there, so there's that. Is this one droid still alive? That one droid is still alive. Okay. Oh, he just died. Rip. Alright, I'm going to take these guys off of free move mode, and we're just going to send them up here. We're going to send them up here to defend, because it feels like they're just going to get themselves killed if I don't, and the clones still have like 300 or so clone troopers left alive. They've got a lot of clones left that I was not anticipating. So let's make this into a banger defense area, okay? Gotta make it into a banger. All right, there we go. This is a banger, and I know bangers. All right, clones should be coming up here. Let's fast forward while they come. There we go. All right, they're finally on track to assault, and the final droid defense will get underway here. There we go. Clones cresting up the stairs. Really good opportunity for droid grenades here. And clone grenades. I mean, I don't think the clones are going to have too much trouble getting kills here as long as they're somewhat intelligent about it. Yeah, see, that's a really good grenade. And it got rebounded into that droid who managed to duck away properly. Yikes. Yeah, so this shouldn't be too difficult for the clone troopers. Definitely will sustain losses, but I mean, they've got more than enough troopers left to actually get this done, so I think it definitely can happen. Let's go fast forward again. All right, let's see. Come on. Will the clones succeed in the death maze assault here? We're getting down to it. Okay, those clones are just suiciding forward right there. The rest are trying to get some shots off. There we go. There's a droid killed. Not too bad. All right. I mean, the droids might do this. They're actually getting some decent kills. Oh! And then a really devastating grenade comes out from the clones. Arced it way over here, and that just killed that entire blockade of droids. More droid fire killing clones coming around the corner, but we're down to our last droid already. He gets a nice little swift kill right there. And the last one goes down. So the clones do win this thing. I would say they only have like 200 soldiers remaining from their starting 1,000. So they had just enough to win this. So yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. I would say there's probably 800 clones dead across this entire battlefield. And again, 200 dead droids. So the droids got 4 kills for every soldier that they had, which is really not too bad. The droids did a phenomenal job. There's Tyrone down on the ground, RIP, and Cody's over here too. And of course, General Grievous is right there. So a pretty devastating battle for both sides. The droids lose the factory, but the clones end up losing 800 soldiers in trying to take it. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to do more battles on the second battle of Geonosis series that we've got going here, because I could always do the brainworm zombies, which would be pretty fun. Just let me know in the comments, and we'll see what people think. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.